Do you sometimes feel like you need to jumpstart your immune system? Maybe you've had a nagging cold or flu that just took forever to go away. Maybe you're just tired or stressed out, and you can't seem to get your energy back. Well, how would you like to learn an amazing first aid tool that can ignite your immune system? Hi, I'm Aubrey, and today we're going to be tapping our way to health. A few years ago, I learned a technique called Body Talk Access, developed by John Veltheim. This is a safe and effective, non-invasive energy medicine that can help balance the systems of the body to relieve stress and illnesses. The body has an innate ability to heal itself on all levels. What this technique does is literally tap into this ability and speed up the process, helping the body to heal itself much more quickly. After learning this process a few years ago, I was a bit skeptical about the claims that were made about the healing properties of this technique. I accidentally cut my finger a day or two later and was about to discover just how miraculous this was. I wrapped up the wound, which was bleeding profusely, began the tapping technique, and by the time I finished, I unwrapped the wound and the bleeding had completely stopped. Now, I've practiced this on myself and my family members several times since then with the same results. This technique can be an incredible first aid tool. More recently, I had a cold that went on for about a week or more. I'd forgotten about the tapping technique. So when I was tired of being sick and tired, I started tapping and immediately felt a change in my vitality. And that's why I decided to share this with you today. The brain is responsible for controlling and recording all that goes on in the body. Whatever happens in the body is reflected in the brain. All disease is reflected in the brain at some level. By balancing the brain, we are dynamically affecting the body. The cortices of the brain are made up of the occipital, parietal, frontal, and temporal lobes. We will gently touch each part of the brain to awaken those parts which need to be balanced. This will get you out of the fight or flight stress mode and into the calm parasympathetic nervous system, the state of healing. When we do the technique, we'll be touching each and every part of the brain with one hand, and that hand will have closed fingers. You'll start at the base of your skull. The other hand will be spread like a catcher's mitt, and you'll be lightly tapping on both the right and left hemispheres of the brain as you inhale deeply. And when you exhale, you'll be tapping on the sternum where the heart center is. The heart, in addition to its role of pumping blood, distributes energy in the body, informing every cell in the body. In Chinese medicine, it's the energy organizer. Remember 2 full breaths for each part of the brain that you touch. Deep, exaggerated breathing is key for this process to work. Just getting more oxygen in the body is going to help, but also the breath is a scan for the brain to see which part of the body needs to be healed. Let's do it together. Take one hand with fingers closed and place it on the occipital lobe. With the other hand, inhale deeply as you tap on the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Exhale deeply as you tap on the sternum heart center. Now, where your pinky was, move the thumb up to that next area. In the parietal lobe, full deep inhale, tapping on top, exhale on the sternum. Breathe so deeply you feel your breath under your hands. Remember to keep the fingers together that are touching the top of the head. As you lightly tap, you can tap on either side of the hand that's on top of the head. Breathe deeply and relax. Moving to the frontal lobe, depending on the size of your head and the width of your hands, you may take an extra set to complete the full top to bottom of the brain. Finish with both hands on either side, just above the ears where the parietal lobes are. Breathe deeply as you take one hand off and tap. Exhale, touch the heart. Once more. Take a deep breath, one hand off, tap the sternum, and breathe. Take a moment to just enjoy the state. Experiment by doing this tapping technique once a day. It can also be used in emergency situations. All you have to do is hold the injured part and then begin the tapping technique. If you're doing this on another person, they can touch their injury while you gently do the tapping for them. I'd love to hear your results in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and if you'd like more health tips, come to the blog at mayaaubreypilates.com, and I'll be happy to share that with you. Remember, motion is lotion for your body, so let's keep tapping and moving.
Tap, tap, just another day. Same thing today, just another day. Same thing today, just another day. Same thing today. Me a walk on the road and me walk this girl named Wendy. She tell me she don't have no boyfriend, so me take the phone number. The next day she come link me, and me carry her go watch a show. Then me carry her go back road, and she give me the thing round there. Dap, 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 dap.